Hey guys, Rich here with Brotherhood Reviews, and we're back talking about House of Dragons episode 7. And honestly, this is probably my favorite episode so far. So much stuff has happened. We have Daemon's wife's funeral. I can't seem to ever remember her name, but whatever. Her funeral, her daughters are upset. Rhaenyra tells her son to go comfort his cousins, and he goes over there. You know, they have a moment, and you know, a lot of things, underhanded things happen this episode. So we get a Valerian funeral where they send this big rock shaped thing into the ocean. I guess it's their tribute to their family. And then we get all the whole families together: Rhaenyra, Daemon, Viserys and his kids. Everybody's there, and you just feel the tension in the air, and it's amazing. Alicent can't stop looking at Rhaenyra the whole time and watching her every move, and you could see like the fact that she's heir and all that is really getting to her. It's really eating at her. So they end up, you know, leaving everything. You know, everything starts to wind down. Rhaenyra goes on a walk in the middle of the night with Daemon. They end up doing it, and then it turns out Aemond, the middle son, the middle child of the king, the second boy anyways, the second boy, Aemond, ends up going to Vhagar and claiming him as his rider. So, you know, Daemon's daughters are upset, gets Rhaenyra's boys, and they confront him, and, you know, they start going back and forth. Aemond calls Rhaenyra's sons bastards, and they jump him. It is hilarious. The fact that they jumped him was hilarious. He deserved it, not for nothing. Like, he deserved it, but he's low-key smoking all four of them. But you know, they got the upper hand, ended up taking out his eye, and now but he said it was crazy because they ended up taking out his eye. They're all in one room arguing about what should happen to the boy, and in the end, you know, the king says, like, figures out that, yeah, like, he stole the dragon, and then he called his cousins bastards, and they started brawling after that, and then he took his eye, you know, and the king shut all that down. He was like, anybody that, you know, says anything about my grandkids again, it's over for ya. You know, we're cutting out your tongue. It's treason. I'm done. We're not going to discuss this anymore. And I like that for Viserys. It's like, regardless if it's true or not, we're family. It shouldn't matter. We need to keep our cool. We need to just move on with our lives. You know what I mean? And I like that, because it's like, all right, this happens all the time. It's only when you guys make a big deal out of it is when it becomes a problem. If you guys were just walking around like nothing's going on, then nobody would have an issue with it. But the fact that everybody's whispering, oh, this person shouldn't be that person shouldn't be this, that is one of the main reasons why it's really like a pressing subject and people are uneasy about what's going on. Next, Lenore, I keep feeling like I'm pronouncing his name wrong, but Rhaenyra's husband pretty much tells her, like, I couldn't protect my sister, I couldn't protect you, because Rhaenyra got cut by Alicent because she started going nuts towards the end because she wanted to take one of the boys' eyes. She was bugging. Like, they're children. Like, yeah, granted, that should have never happened in the beginning, in the first place, but you're not gonna This doesn't make sense to take a child's eye, because she was bugging. And Rhaenyra said it is like, yep, right now you're showing your true colors. Like, everybody was just, you know, thinking that, oh, Alicent's a little quiet, nice queen. Nope, you're crazy. The power's starting to go to your head, girl. And so it was just cool how, like, Rhaenyra's like, I knew you know what I mean? We were best friends from at one point. Don't forget that. Like, I know who you are. I know exactly who you are. So Rhaenyra has no issues right now of calling her out, and feels like she kind of has the upper hand. But now her husband, back to her husband, he feels that he hasn't been a good husband. And even though they had an agreement where that they were going to still do whatever they wanted, he hasn't been able to provide his end of the deal up to a status that she has been. So, you know, even though we do get confirmation that they did try to conceive children in the beginning, but, you know, he just couldn't get it. You know what I mean? It just couldn't work for him. So he was like, all right, this is the time. Like, I know, you know, the crew that I normally go out to fight with is about to go on another voyage. He's like, I'm not gonna do that, and I'm just gonna stay here and be the husband you deserve. And she's like, like I was like, okay, I respect that. Until she goes around and talks to Daemon about killing this dude, because she's like, yeah, Daemon, I think we should just get married, strengthen my claim even more than what it is already, and move on from there. And Daemon's like, yeah, we can't get married unless your husband's dead. And she was like, I know. So Daemon pays off his boyfriend to pretty much kill him off his boyfriend to kill him. And they start fighting, and I guess the squire that's with him is like, I'm gonna go get the guards. He runs, gets the guards. Next thing you know, there's a half flaming body in the furnace, and his parents are coming down like, how could you let this? His parents are coming down saying, how could you guys let this happen? And they were saying, like, we had no idea this was going on, and we weren't sure what was happening. Like, that, you know, that they weren't around. They didn't know that anybody was in here or whatever. And the mother was bawling. And we cut to Rhaenyra and Daemon's wedding. They have like a little small wedding, and then then you see Lenore and his boyfriend running, catching a boat, and leaving. Also, Daemon does talk to his boyfriend about Lenore's boyfriend about, like, there's a place where across the sea where they don't care about your name, just how much money you have. So I think they're talking about Westeros. So which makes sense. But if that's true, you know, you never know what could have happened in Westeros. He could have had a child with a woman out there just to try and keep his bloodline going. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. So, like, they faked his death, which I thought was a good twist, because I was like, damn, like, he just said, like, he was about to step up, and now you're trying to off him. But, you know, this is a better turnout, and I can't wait for the next episode. It's you know, but that's all I have for you guys. That's my breakdown. I hope you guys have a good day, time, night, whenever you guys are listening to this. Thank you.